Alright, welcome back to Final Fantasy 3 Pixel Remaster. Got the job levels up just a bit, just so we can continue. We're gonna get some equipment. Chakra band. Then let's go get some Levishoes. Alright, now we're gonna go rescue the idiots. What are we okay?
Reading about it says even though it's ideal to run it 24/7, it's not like actually fucking efficient, I guess. Meaning like for electric bills and all that. So it's telling me
Hey, got the Levishoes. Let's go. Oh, that's so annoying. Hit him with everything. All right, enter the Golden Mansion. Pretty easy dungeon. That's where we need to go. Thanks. All those golden swords are useless. You sell those. Quite the predicament. What's our dessert today? Can you make me? What can you make? Nothing.
No.
Maybe McFlurry. I think that'll be it for dessert for a while.
Yeah.
Give it about 2 weeks, you know what I mean? I've had enough of it. It wasn't that great, remember? It was alright, but it was the crunch to it. I was like,
yeah, you're like, what is that?
Yeah.
The marshmallows?
yeah, the marshmallows, that's what killed it. I said they should have put those in there.
And then the graham crackers got soggy.
Yeah.
It's like,
Oh, now you're free to explore everywhere, so except for places that you can't hover over or anything like that. You see towns are locked behind things, mountains and whatnot. It's because there's a lot of things to do still. Enter areas like this and you'll get into flight battles. So right now it's generally like, where do you do, where do you go? This has always been the weird part about Final Fantasy III is that you don't really know, you just kind of do things and figure it out. Little offset town here you can take. Town of Duster. Now every class is more viable, which is great. Really expensive town to stay in, I would not suggest that. But the bards were basically singing hints and stuff like that. If you paid attention to it, it'll tell you some little secret stuff about summons that you can get later on in the game. But still, no sign of any way to summon just yet. So they gave you a class, but you can't even use it, which is kind of funny. Okay. Love you. Thank you. And yep, you'll be forced backwards in this ship because it cannot handle the turbulent winds, as the game would put it. So, come over here on this side and you'll see your floating continent, which you can still explore to its entirety. So, the whole eastern side is kind of covered. Eventually you're just going to run into a wall, and then you'll kind of see what you're supposed to do. Because right now, the only thing you can do is land on sea. Those guys are pretty rough. Those things will fuck you up. Yeah, just keep running in the Chocobo Forest. Chocobo Forests are going to be what hold you back from your trophy on exploration. Because they're kind of hidden really well. And if you don't know where to look, you will get kind of caught up in it. You travel this stuff. We're just taking care of all this optional shit right now. Those guys are pretty rough too. Needle monkey. Reptilio. This place will give you your summon. This is the town of the evokers and summoners. A level 1 Chocobo, Shiva, Ramu, Ifrit, and Titan. Those are your first set that you can get. Oh, it's Ifrit. Yes. Hey, translate Ison for Shiva. Ison. Hey, these are the earlier games. They didn't know this was the first time they were ever summoned. Spark for Ramu. Hey. So then, if you want to add a evoker to your class list, you can go ahead and teach that magic to somebody. Now, the only thing that really sucks about this is that in order to learn 2 different schools of magic, or really all 3 of them, you have to sacrifice one of your magic capabilities. So, if I was going to turn Refia into a mage or whatever, or an evoker, and she's already been a white mage this entire time, I would have to get rid of one of these in order to put the Chocobo on. One of these to get Shiva, and so on and so forth. So every single time you're kind of losing a magic. So you want someone to kind of be fresh, is what you're aiming for. Obviously, you don't want to have like a full pool of mages, even though it'd be all right. I've done Evoker before in place of the Geomancer, and that's usually how it goes. But again, it's the same thing. My Geomancer used to be my Black Mage, and then I'm going to lose all these spells. But me knowing myself, I'm not going to have, the summoner or anything like that at the end of the game. I'm gonna have, you know, the other classes kind of take over. It's just gonna be your standard party just to get through the game type thing. No challenge runs for me here. I heard there's an underwater treasure trove beneath the small triangular island, so yeah, we will visit that triangular island in all of its glory, because we haven't yet to see this game's full extent of stuff. So you want to look at the map and see what other secret locations you can go through. You got one right here. There. I got one more item to find. It's probably going to be in here. No, usually the pots don't even hold them anymore at this point, so I think we're kind of playing ourselves right now. Oh wait, I know, hold on. It's a tree. I think it's a tree. Yep. So, yep. Go ahead and just, you know, if you want an evoker on your team now, you can go ahead and do that now that they actually have a summon that they can do. The summons are pretty cool. I mean, they use like MP pool just like that, like anything else. They can hit for all enemies and do all sorts of superior damage. It's really not a bad class to have in the end game either. I just this time around I'm not doing it because I think my last game I actually did. So let's see here. Yeah, you see in File 1 and File 2 I have the Summoner class already in there, and I already beat the game with it, so that's why I opted not to repeat with that. I even went for Ninja too, so yeah. I ain't doing that again. It's fun, don't get me wrong, I love it. Just not this time around. Okay. Everything looking swell. Okay, and then we pretty much ran into our stopgap now where we're kind of limited in what we can do. So what the game wants you to do is fly over this town and castle, and you're going to get shot down. You see we're in a war between two different armies here. This is a really nice setup right here. I really do enjoy this. I love the horses. Alright, now begins a big adventure where you have to kind of sort through this mess. Every single one of these towns is a location. It's a huge, huge castle, so just be ready for all this stuff. Northeast Saronia has one item. Make sure you're always checking those. The people will deal with you and barter and all that kind of stuff. Usually you won't be able to get into these just yet. Once the castle is free from the war, then the towns will return to normal so you can buy all this stuff. Some shops are open because they're trying to give you stuff. They're trying to hint at what you need to do. This NPC was saying something about only a dragoon can defeat an avian, and Garuda was the name there, so Obviously, the game's being like, hey, you should probably start opting for some dragoons. And normally I would, but because we're gonna do like damage like a mofo, it don't even matter at this point. But heed the warning well because it is helpful. There we go. So buy the spears if you don't have any. I would buy 2 thunders and 2 winds. You do get spears for free though. You'll see here in a minute. Southeastern Saronia, so you want to come down here. Again, same old shit, just a different day. The Geomancer is not geomancing right now. About to get caught up. There. Dragon Mail, Thunder Spear, Dragon Helm, Dragon Mail, Dragon Helm. There. You want to run into a few enemies. Oh shit. Anyway, there's a few enemies in here that you do want to run into for bestiary purposes, but I believe they're all not missable. So there you go, you get 3 Thunder Spears just like that, so you don't even need to buy them. But Wind Spears is basically what you do want to use. You get 4 Dragon Helms and 1 Dragon Mail, or 3 Dragon Mail. So yeah, you're getting set up right now to be Dragoons. In the 3D remake, it is absolutely viable that you make 3, or all 4 of your characters Dragoons, because that boss, Garuda, is a nightmare. The only thing that makes the 3D remake kind of hard is the fact that they, some of the bosses, they basically get 2 turns to your, like, only single turn, and you need a mage, like a white mage, in order to heal through the damage. So you're really just restricted to a 3-party the whole game, and you're trying to out-heal the damage that you're taking while the bosses, like, get 2 moves a time, and you're just trying to do anything you can to subside it, and it just doesn't work out too well because they just hit for super max damage too. Okay, Southwestern Saronia. This place has a bunch of shit. Gonna be a bar fight somewhere. So that evoker summoned a Fat Chocobo. Now, I haven't really shown it yet, but if you use the Geishel Greens in the Chocobo Forest, you will also be able to summon Fat Chocobo. And basically, this is just a kind of redacted thing, but in the old, in the oldest version of this game, they had a really hard time, keeping up with, saves and all sorts of stuff like that. So you were limited and restricted in how many items you were able to carry, whereas now it's like we could just have an inventory that looks like this. And it doesn't matter because the game can actually hold it down. But back then, it did not. So you had to store stuff inside the Chocobo, and then whenever you needed it or didn't need it, it's kind of similar to Pokemon's box system. Like how in Pokemon, I think you can only carry up to 12 items a time. And once you went over that threshold, you had to put them inside the PC or whatever. And it was terrible. I wasn't really concerned about not having the Gold Knights show up in Goldor Mansion because I knew they were going to be here. So that was the only enemy that we didn't get from the mansion pool. Yay. So beat up the thugs and run out. The items are going to be inside the water. little hill station there. Actually, we want this guy. He's going to give us something. There you go. Now you got a wind spear. Now you got all weapons for all dragons if you need it. Then we just need that one last item. Yeah, we need to talk to the old guy there. And another set of dragon mail. So now you have a full set of dragoon everything, dragoon armor, weapons, all that. So go ahead and switch over and start preparing yourself. The only thing you really need to do is increase the job level, so you're actually hitting harder than, you know, base version. Northwest of Saronia is not going to have anything but an inn, really, to kind of heal yourself. There was one sound like connecting the dungeon to Castle Saronia at the bottom of the ocean. Okay. Yep. Okay. The library. You'll find a guy in the corner, and he's just kind of like chilling. Only a dragoon can defeat you. So we've seen that line millions of times already. They're just like, become a damn dragoon already. That's it. So after you rescue Prince Alice over here, then go ahead and make your way back to the castle. They'll get all stupid with you and be like, what's he doing here? Alright, Garuda is a very tough fight, but we can do it with what we got. You just have to be ready to cure past the damage that we're about to take, which is fine. No, Father. Now, The golem staff is not actually a bad weapon to use. Cast break, so you can stone enemies with it. Rune bow is a great upgrade for your ranger if you got one. We got a earthen bell. So not a bad pile of upgrades there for sure. The rusty mail, I don't even know what to do with that. I don't know if you take it to someone. I never really looked it up. Who's that mysterious figure, I wonder? A little prelude to something that we're going to be doing later on in the game. The Nautilus. Fastest airship that you'll get in the entire game. Very nice. Oh, look at that. Super fast. But it can't swim, isn't that something? So now you're restricted from even landing in the ocean anymore. Let's see here. You can land on land again, so there you go. So basically with the much quicker airship, you want to go find that loot. Like I'm telling you, it's unless you're really paying attention to the conversations here, you won't know what in the hell you're doing. This place isn't ready for you yet. You want to hold off on that for now. The enemies in there will let you know that you're not ready for that because you need a certain class before you even get in there. Not that it's going to be a problem for what we got, but still. Just show it the right way. Come over here. You get Uni Shrine. So you're like, okay, what's this place? So we need to do something here. That's the next part. Then you want to take this fast airship and you want to ride through here. Like I said, you will be getting into fights. Kids! Okay, we want to end up in Doga Manor, and then we'll cut it here and then re-begin anew. Thank you for watching.